Welcome to my 31 Days of Self-Love Challenge. I will be sharing personal reflections daily with an intention to build more self-acceptance and love. My first day of this 31-day challenge required me to understand what is stopping me from loving myself. This is not just a challenge to make myself feel good, but it is really me looking at some deep-rooted beliefs that had kept me feeling less deserving of love. While sharing my journey, I encourage each one of you to share with me, whether it will be in a silent reflection mode or openness. For those who might have any knowledge of me or read my writings and heard me speak elsewhere, you would know that my life was decades of abuse. Physical, verbal, any type of abuse you can think of. All of this wove a hurtful thread of persistent doubt about my value in huge echoing chambers filled with the harsh judgments of others. For years, I had been seeking validation in academic achievements, collecting the degrees and debts in hope of proving everyone wrong. But it goes further than just seeking validation from outside. I have come to realize that with all the academic achievements I have made, no matter how positive or negative people's presence has created voids inside of me that have done damage that needed a lot of work to overcome. This need for external approval has been a crutch, one that has never served me positively. My journey has also been filled by some very huge life-altering losses and betrayal, most noted by someone who I had called a sister. I had been friends with her for over 30 years, but her actions in my darkest time was a betrayal I can't get over. She has done so many things throughout the years that suggested I needed to end the friendship a long time ago. It was my hope that she would one day show me the love I showed her that gave me hope for the friendship. I went from one toxic relationship to another and another. It was a very tough lesson in relationships. This experience taught me just how really painful unreciprocated loyalty and love can be. The other part of life, meaning parting with such people, though an emotional event, had to be done. It has shown me how to reassess relationships and actually understand the necessity of being surrounded by sincere support. The other challenge that I am experiencing is full acceptance of accomplishments, the way that constant criticism puts me in a position where, even after great personal achievements, I cannot bask in the glory of the effort, but feel underqualified. The external factor of criticism and lack of external support overshadows me, with my perception of success feeds the cycle of self-doubt. It's been a hard realization for me that I need to adjust my expectations around receiving love and support from others. While it's natural to hope for support from loved ones on our journeys, the truth is, not everyone will be able or willing to provide it. I have had much of that with most of my journey. Even this blog has shown who my community is. This understanding has been both liberating and challenging. I've learned that if my business fails, or if I don't complete school, it isn't on them. I should expect this. No matter how I feel, anyone should behave. The absence of their support doesn't reflect on my worth as a person, but perhaps a reflection of the community I've been part of. This realization helped me to make a significant decision to step back and focus on my healing. I believe that by healing, I can attract the right people into my life, people who will offer the support and love I need. It's about creating a community where support flows naturally. Much of my difficulty lay in a lifetime of self-criticism, especially in relation to my physical appearance and abilities. After such big changes like having gastric sleeve surgery, still many struggles with my body image continue. But I am learning to see my body in kinder eyes and thank it for every journey it has been through. On my birthday, June 1st, I will be 45 years old. My hope is to reach another milestone in my journey using this challenge. On a deeper level, with self-criticism, especially in my roles as a mother, a wife, and a friend, has always affected how I love myself. Whenever someone I care about disappoints me, my first thought is often that I must have done something to cause it. But what if that's not true? What if the negativity I face has nothing to do with my actions? I'm learning to accept that sometimes negative things happen without it being my fault. I even feel that nagging presence of doubt as I type these words. No one's going to read this, and if they do, they don't really care. But I know this thought doesn't define me. It's just a fear, and I refuse to let it swallow me. Worrying about how others will respond takes away from my reflection of self. This 31 Days of Self-Love Challenge is a personal development process. It is about becoming a better version of me, and I am committed to the whole journey. This is an opportunity I have extended to each one of you, but at the core, it's an opportunity for me to learn the art of self-love. I will still be so proud of me in this war, even if nobody joins me. I will still be writing, making videos, and sharing my thoughts. That's my story, and I tell it to myself. I will continue to put my soul out, hoping one day it might be reached for someone who needs to hear what I'm saying. And if it never does, then I still need to say it for me, to be unapologetically in love with myself and declare in no uncertain terms that I am enough. This shift in perspective is crucial. It's about understanding that not every negative outcome is a result of something I've done, and that I am enough just as I am. This acceptance is a key part of my journey towards self-love and understanding my true value, independent of others' actions or approval. The point of change came after a personal breakdown, which led to a dangerous spiral. That was really one turning point in which I had to wake up, because one must value oneself on one's own, independently from opinions or the consent of others. It has been quite the long and bumpy road on this whole self-love journey, and I know full well that it's never really going to be an easy piece of cake. But every day, I am learning how to brush off those unfounded criticisms from people and not compare my life to others around me. Everyone has their own approach, and others' public success should never outshine the value of my struggle and the achievements I worked hard for. But I am still working on this every day. As I take this 31 Days of Self-Love Challenge, it is not my intention to not only change how I see myself, but also be the voice that other people struggling might need to hear. The challenge is for me as much as it is for growing and being encouraged communally. The kind of self-love and acceptance that I've been able to follow through with, despite rejection from outside. My writings, the videos, and basically every effort I put into this forum are steps towards not only healing me, but hopefully reaching out to others whose life needed these words too. This is my journey, but you can also start yours whenever you decide to, be it by participating in the challenge or simply reading my reflections. You are not walking alone in the face of this scary journey in front of you. We can break the chains of external validation and live in self-love and self-appreciation. We are enough, even in the absence of external validation. We always have been, and we always will be. Let us continue to remind each other by sharing our stories and growing. If this message resonates with you, please show your support by liking and sharing it with others. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated with new empowering content as it becomes available. Together, we can make a difference and spread inspiration far and wide. Spread empowerment, subscribe for inspiration. Man.